Hello and welcome to Quirky Cat Crafts. This is Sherry. Okay, you guys, my Great Gatsby inspired mosaic is complete. So I wanted to just jump on here real quick and give you guys the final reveal. So we're going to go over it real quick. So we're going to start with the main focal tile in the middle, which is on Primo black glitter clay. It's called Twinkle. And I just used alphabet stamps to stamp out the words. And what it says is, the party's roaring on, old sport. The party's roaring on is a line from like the opening number / closing number. And then old sport is a phrase that Great Gatsby uses quite often. So I just consolidated the two and created this quote with alphabet stamps. So it's kind of funny because I deliberately started trying to make it up, not lined up, because I didn't want to have to worry about having all the letters lined up perfectly. And apparently my OCD will not let me do that. I was trying to make it not even, and it still came out mostly even, except for the E for the, but I'm not going to redo it. I'm like, it's good the way it is. So, and that's just stamped out with gold ink. And then I also did two kind of decorative music note stamps on the same clay with the gold ink. So, okay. And I've got three dancer stamps. These top two definitely make me think Roaring 20s. And then I wanted a third one. So I used this one, which doesn't evoke that much reference to the 20s in my mind, but I think it's close enough. So, and I originally stamped those three out on straight purple Primo clay, but I didn't like how they stamped out. There was air bubbles in the clay that I could not get rid of. They were driving me nuts. So, and I also wanted the ability to trim them down a little bit if I needed to. So, sorry, I can see that it's a little bit crooked there. So I did it on the souffle clay. So, and that's on a color called Royalty. And then I have three musical instruments. That's done on Blackberry Pearl. And so I've got a saxophone, a trumpet, and a piano. And then the main love song in the musical on Broadway is, I don't know if the title, I think it's Green Light is the name of the song, but the line in the song is, "You're my lighthouse." So I did a stamp of a lighthouse. I did it on an ivory souffle, so it's kind of an off-white. And then colored it with mica powders. So we got a darker blue for the water, lighter blue for the sky, white for the lighthouse, so on and so forth. And then his car is a prominent piece of the story. And I had this stamp that I thought worked. But I didn't just want it by itself, because this is a scene, with the ground and sky and water. So I found a kind of a mansion-y kind of house, because he builds this big fancy house for Daisy, the main female character. So, so this is actually three different stamps on this tile, also done on the ivory souffle. So I stamped out the house on a piece of paper, and then laid it on the clay, and then stamped the tree line, and then took the paper off, and then stamped the house on, and then I added the card down here, and again colored with mica powders. I have only 4 embedded items on this mosaic. I've got a daisy, and I added a piece of the Aurora Borealis bling chain that I used for filler on this in the middle. And then I've got like a wine glass and a little gold heart and a feather. And those were done on just Primo navy blue. To tie in the blue from these strung beads, which I have 4 of those on here. And it's like a peacock feather design. So that's where I pulled my clay colors from, was from these beads. So the green and the purple and the pink and the blue. So, okay. And then I've got this stamped geometric that I just stamped with gold ink on jade green souffle clay so that I could cut it down easily. And so I have, you know, pieces tucked in, a little piece there, here, here. I also use some of my favorite texture stamp, the swirl. These are already in my stash and made, and they're on, I believe it's called Lagoon. Nope, I think this is a sea glass. Not sure. It's a souffle clay. Cuts very easy. And then I rubbed it with Inca Gold turquoise metallic paint. And so I have pieces of that tucked in. I thought about cutting this piece down and tucking another little piece down here. But then I thought it would get to what I call fudgy. So I left it alone. I figure those are enough. And then the leafing that I used also was in my stash. A lot of the costumes from what I'm seeing on the internet are black and gold geometric. So that's why I went with like the diamond pattern and then just the squares on the leafing. And this was also already in my stash. So I've got pieces of it tucked in. And then the little gaps that I had left over, I used, I happen to have it right here, so I'm going to pull it back out. I thought about using gold ball chain, but I've got so much gold with the leafing. So this is just, it's like Aurora Borealis little gemstones. Got it off of Amazon. So I tucked it in a couple of little nooks and crannies places that I had. So I've got a strip here, here, up here, there, there. It was really these beads that required it because I had little spaces. So, and I actually trimmed a little bit off of this tile to make a space so that I could have a big strip of it there. So, and I just have that tucked in. And the glue is still drying. And then once it's completely dry. Oh, this is a, wish I could explain what it is. I got it at like Michael's, I think. I was trying to see if I still had the sticker. I peeled off the back, but it's too deep in my trash can. But so it's like a tray kind of. And so I painted it black, and then it already had the attachments to hang it on the wall, because you could go either way, long ways or vertically. So, and I just had a moment of heart attack because I've done it before where I've glued an entire mosaic and I've done it upside down, and I just had a moment, but I'm okay because this is the top, so we're okay. Anyway, so it's painted black, and then I'll sign the back here in a little bit. And then, so I sanded it down, gave it a couple of coats of black acrylic paint, and then did a couple coats of varnish on it as well. So, and I thought about blinging up the sides, but I decided that would be too much, and I want the focus on the tiles. So, sorry you guys. Seriously, with the allergies. So anyway, so it's done. And so I'll get it packaged up, and I'm sending it to Jeremy Jordan, who's currently starring as the Great Gatsby on Broadway. I don't know how to completely put it into words. I don't know that I can articulate it properly yet, but he popped up on my radar, just a randomly recommended for me YouTube video. And so initially I was amazed by his singing ability, but then the more that I've researched him, that sounds really stalkerish, not researched, but looked into him, learned about him, whatever. and the interviews and the podcasts that he does, he says a lot of things that make me think about, like, my life and where I'm at and where I'm going and what am I doing and dreaming and planning for the future, and just, I don't know. It's been very inspiring to me. And so this is my way of, you know, kind of letting him know that you know, not just with his talent as an entertainer, but with the positivity that he puts out there, that it does make a difference. Because I can't be the only one that he's affecting on this level. So this is my way of saying to him, you know, thank you for being who you are and doing what you do and sharing so much of your heart and soul with the world, because it makes a difference. It matters. So anyway, all right, you guys, that's all I got for right now. I just wanted to share this with you, and I'm nervous about this. I feel like I'm too old to be a fangirl at my age, but I felt compelled. I couldn't get it out of my head, so I just had to do it. I had to go for it. So anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I don't expect any kind of a response, but if I get one back from him, I'll definitely pass that on to you guys. So, all right, you guys, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching.